So friends, can you see this picture? This, maybe this picture. Rabbi Shmaryoho Nochem Sasonkin, he actually is the Zayde, he's the Elter Zayde, the Moshe Sasonkin. The stories we told you about him. This is his father. He lived in Yerushalayim. Rabbi Moshe survived, came out of Russia. We told you stories. And Rabbi Moshe's grandson, who carries his name, lives in Miami. He's telling stories of his Zayde that he heard from his father, Yosker. This is the great-grandfather. Just to tell you, he lost 2 kids in Russia. Lost 2 kids. They were married to children. Died in the Gulag. Arrested and died in the Gulag because of their part of the Lubavitch underground. So he was the mashpia in Yerushalayim for many years till he passed away. He survived. And he was a great chassid and a great mashpia, and he spread chassidus, was mekadav a lot of Yidden to chassidus. You know, he was mekadav one of his biggest disciples, Rabbi Steinsaltz. The Lubavitch chassid, thanks to him. Now he himself wasn't born into Lubavitch. Just to tell you that he learned by Rabbi Chanan Wasserman. The Talmud of Rabbi Chanan Wasserman, if you know what that is. So he was niskadev through the father-in-law of the Frierdiker Rebbe, Rabbi Avram Schneerson, who convinced him to go to Lubavitch. And he became one of the greatest Tamimim. So in the famous, I'll start reading it, I'm going to try and translate. He once wrote, this was published, probably in Bitoin Chabad, he once wrote about his coming to Lubavitch. It's a beautiful, like first-hand insight as to what Temchet Mimim is all about. For a bocher, he was brilliant, he was a big Gaon, who came from non-Lubavitch world to Lubavitch. So this is about Avram Schneerson. I guess he started learning Chassidus already. He writes like this: before I was accepted in the yeshiva, so it's before I had been officially accepted, because I had to be tested by the Chassid Reb Zeb Wolf Levitten, who was in charge of Limud and Nigla. So I came to Lubavitch and I looked for a place, a private place, a quiet place, in order to be able to delve into the sugya and the Gemara that the one who tested me, I guess it's a Zev Wolf, told me, I'm going to test you on this. I guess he asked him, which Gemara are you learning? Did you learn this and this? Okay, this sugya, this subject matter, going to be tested on. So he says, I'm preparing myself to be tested. Like his first day in Lubavitch, I thought to myself that since davening is over, it's there for Shacharis, so I'll find myself a place in the Zal, in the small Zal where they were davening. So that's going to be empty as they go into the big Zal. There are 2 Zals, 2 halls, a place where they davened. So davening was over. Now they're all going, say, the Nigla. So I'll be able to find a private place there to be able to prepare myself for my test, for my examination. So I go into the small Zal with my Gemara Gittin, he's being tested on Gemara Gittin in my hand. And I am completely nirashti, means he's blown away, as you'd say, with the machzeh, with the scene that I saw. In the big Zal, they started to learn already, and I'm hearing, the strong, the Kol Torah, that the boys are learning Gemara, you learn Gemara, it's very animated. And there was hundreds of Talmidim, and they're learning with tremendous diligence. But in this small room, I still see a few of the Talmidim still here. Davening is over, and they're facing the wall and davening from the depths of their heart. I stood there in absolute shock, silent shock, and looked at them and didn't know, what is this davening? I never saw such a thing. After davening finished, I never seen. I never saw a person daven at such a length. You daven with a minyan and your davening is over. So a long time, we just finished the paragraph. I stood there in silence. And I'm watching them, they're in silence, deep in thought. And it appears, I'm watching them, that after the deep thought, then they kind of coming out of this deep meditative state. This one is singing a Chabad nigun that evokes bitterness like tshuva. Another one I hear singing nigun of simcha. This one starts to daven, starts to say the words hoido with tremendous humility. And I'm watching all of this. We'll continue the description of davening in the Bavitch, Be'ez Hashem, tomorrow.